Love, love, until I feel the breath of the Spirit flowing in me.
Hello. Welcome to Spirit of Life. My name is Geraldine Lee, your host, and our guest is Frank Phillips. He's called the Bike Man. Hello, Frank. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very
And
much.
I believe you are 92 years old?
Oh, yes, very
Wow.
much so.
And how many children do you have?
Well, I have 7 children.
Wow.
I got 4 sons, 3 daughters.
Uh-huh. And it was one of your sons who helped you to become the bike man.
Yeah, matter of fact, he most certainly did. Yeah.
And where do you ride the motorbike from where to where?
Well, mainly through the likes of, my son, Paul.
Yes.
Well, as I said, well, when was it? It was late in 2007 when Paul mentioned to me, you know, Dad, would you ever think of getting a motorbike? Mm-hmm. Well, I had not thought of it before that, but I can tell you it was a seed that he kind of set in me, and I thought, well, maybe a little, postie bike or something like that, that I'd do, because I'd been, riding, push bike and an electric bike, and I'd ridden that for a long time. So, so I thought, oh, well, maybe this is a new challenge or something.
Well, yes, it's not a moped or a scooter, is it?
No, absolutely not. And it wasn't until I started looking around to see the possibility of things. So
it's got some power.
Yeah.
It's got some power, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, very much so. Not as much as big bikes, 1,000 cc or something like that. Yeah. But no, it did everything. I thought it would do everything I wanted it to, and it certainly had. Yes, so.
Wow. And do you feel scared when you ride a motorbike at 92?
Oh, no, well, I don't. Not now. It's no. I have the confidence to do it there, and well, we joined to ride with the Hill Riders, which is right up at Emerald. So after I actually got my license, which was January 2008, and I was waiting for them to come back after the break at that time. So I was almost on the door to kind of, to go for my learner's license.
And you said to me that earlier on that you say a Hail Marys for protection.
Oh, I learned that very quickly there, Genevieve. Yes, I had to have something like that I could fall back onto, and it was my own faith that kind of generated that within me, that it just gave me the confidence that I was looking for.
Fantastic. And one of the places you ride to is the Fatima Centre.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Well, I always liked doing that, and of course, Fatima. The Fatima Centre. I didn't find that until possibly 2013.
And how did you come to have faith in God?
Oh, well, just all the things that were happening, and of course my own mother was, very much like that. She always, was there, and Sunday morning, I had 2 brothers and one sister, and we used to go to mass there Sunday morning. Never soon miss out. We living in Hampton at the time. Yes, so I suppose that's where my faith really started from, and then, the girl that I eventually married and met,
She helped you to enhance your faith.
Well, the family did, and that's where the rosary kind of came into my life.
Oh, wow.
because the Fitzgerald's family was...
Yes, I remember you telling me that the time when you visited your wife, well, at the time your girlfriend, you saw them saying the rosary.
Oh, Lord, look, the first time I ever knocked on the door of the Fitzgeralds, and that was when I used to live in Warrigal Road, down of Old Dandenong Road. And
Uh-huh.
yes, and she took me into the dining room. Well, of course, it was about 7:30 that particular night, so they had their dinner, and they're all kneeling down.
Kneeling,
Yes,
wow.
they were kneeling down around a table. Oh, I think they were saying a rosary at the same time. So,
How many children did the Fitzgeralds have?
well, they had 9 children.
Wow.
Yes, they had. They had 5 sons and 4 daughters.
Yes, sounds like they were people of influence. You were saying they own a lot of market farms.
Well, no, it was the other part of the family. It was the Kennedy side of the
I
family
see.
that were, say, market gardens, because they kind of migrated from Ireland, around about the same time in the late 18s. Yes. So they were, so much part
The
of that side.
Fitzgeralds did the fertilizers, didn't they?
Well, it was a boiling down works, of course, and the family were, part of that. The boys were working over in the factory there,
Yeah.
because it's a kind of noxious type of trade, and
Yes.
the boiling down, and
yes.
so if the wind was blowing the right way, it was okay. But
Yeah.
and of course, when they first built there, of course, there was
Yeah.
no other homes, anything
That's
at all like
true.
that around there.
We're going to go for a break now, but it's really interesting, your life story. You've been watching Spirit of Life. Stay with us and we'll be back after the break.
Blow till I feel the breath of the Spirit blowing in me. Blow, till I feel the breath of the Spirit blowing in me.
Hello, welcome back to Spirit of Life. My name is Geraldine Lee, your host, and our guest is Frank Phillips. He's called the Motorbike Man. Hello,
Thank
Frank. You shared about your wife, how she contributed to your faith.
Oh, that was the most beautiful part about it all.
And the
really
rosary,
was.
too.
Now, yes, well, that's why I'm the man I am today.
Yes. You grew to love the rosary more and more.
Yes, I did. Completely. Yes, well, we married in 1954 on the 13th of November. Yes.
And I hear that you're not afraid of the number 13.
No, well, in some strange reason, that's been another big part of my life too. The day I was married, and then even the house that we first lived in Warrigal Road, and at that stage it was 313, would you believe? Yeah. It isn't that today because they altered the numbers, in Warrigal Road.
Oh.
Yes.
And also Our Lady appeared on the 13th too, isn't it?
She most certainly did. Well, that again too helped my faith a lot, to, even for that to happen, because I felt it had been miraculous, really, in certain ways.
Yes, and how come you're so positive and your age and so strong?
On my own health, yes, well, I've always had a positive probably look at things, anything I do, I suppose I do with some determination that it seems to be successful. And well, just within life itself and with my family, and yes, and to have done what I have done.
Yes.
And and it's not over yet.
Oh
yes.
yes, you still got dreams.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
I
Yes.
hear you cook for yourself and look
well,
after yourself and you live by yourself.
I look after myself, yes. But I do go
Amazing.
around to my family there quite a few times. We have a regular, kind of from Monday and Tuesdays. And
That's
yes,
lovely.
yes.
You ride there?
Oh, well, it depends whether it's raining or not. More
good.
times than enough, I'd probably ride there, yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Do you ride with a helmet?
Oh, I've got to do, yes, yes.
So you do
I've got
follow
to put my riding gear on. It's hard to avoid that, but yes, so that's a part of motorbike riding, and yes, and it gives me, of course, a great amount of protection too. You wouldn't dare do it without it. So yes, and again too, I'd never jump on the motorbike and go anywhere if I didn't say, the faith that I have, but Holy Mary, Mother of God, I trust in thee. And yes, every time, it's just so easy that I, just need that extra little bit of protection. And I
Yes.
know it works.
Yes.
I've had a lot of very close shaves, but yet on the other hand, too,
Wow.
I've had, I think, probably 3 times maybe, where the bike has slipped from underneath me or
Wow.
whatever. Yes, so...
And you got back up?
Well, I've always been able to get back up again. Yes, yes. But that's within 10 years of riding, because the last fall I had was when we were out with a group, the Hills Riders, and that was way up,
Yes.
up through the Black Spur
Wow,
almost.
wow.
Yes. So.
You've done about 100,000 kilometers on your bike?
Yeah, I have, yes, that's right.
Amazing.
In the 10 years, I actually have, and that was a little bit of an aim that I was going for, because everything works out in tens. But I did. I got well over the 100,000 now.
Fantastic.
But yes.
And it's your faith that takes away any fear.
Faith
in God.
Yes. Well, it does so. Yes, it gives me that contentment.
Yes. And what do you say is the secret of happiness?
Oh, well, my family, they're the ones, yes, to have the family that I have. Nothing was planned about it, and being looked after now in my life, and, from 94 when my wife Carmel died.
Yes.
Well, from even after she died, I was only in the house by myself, probably for only a couple of weeks.
Yes.
And then my daughter and the husband, they were still in the house in Ormond.
Yes.
So they moved in with me.
Fantastic during that time of recovery.
Oh, yeah, and that filled in a wonderful spot for me, because... yes, to have that company, and I had that company for 2 years.
Yes, and you belong to a prayer group too?
At St. Peter's in East Bentley.
Wow. And how long have you been going to that prayer group?
Oh, a lot of years. A lot of years.
That's
I really
great.
have been, yes.
So it's like a community to support you too?
Oh, enormously, yes.
That's beautiful. You have great faith, and I might even think about riding a motorbike myself.
Oh, well, you better start saying your Hail Marys now.
That's right. And you always carry a rosary beads with you, don't
I've got
you?
them in my pocket now.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I'll have to take it up too.
Yeah, we'd be surprised how it'll change your life.
Yes, well, I do have a friend who was walking in the Tiwi Islands, and a crocodile came to get her arm, and she had the rosary beads in her hands, and somehow when the crocodile bit her hand disappeared, and then she suddenly found that her hand was still there after she walked away. So it's a miracle.
You know what? I could believe that.
Yes.
I could believe it.
Yes. We need to go for a break now.
Thank you very much. Yes.
You've been watching Spirit of Life. Stay with us and we'll be back after the break.
Blow till I feel the breath of the Spirit blowing in me. Blow, blow till I feel the breath of the Spirit blowing in me.
Hello, welcome back to Spirit of Life. My name is Geraldine Lee, your host, and our guest is Frank Phillips. He's called the Bike Man. Frank, you besides riding your motorbike, you actually look after yourself, mowing the lawns,
Oh, yeah.
washing.
Oh, that's another thing. Oh, occasionally I have a son, Paul. So,
He helps you.
yeah, Paul's brother. Yes, my son.
Excellent.
And he's a plumber, and
Oh, fantastic.
yes, he comes up at times.
Helps you.
And yes, and he's been able to do a bit of work for me.
Yes.
So I can't take all the credit for it.
But you do cut your shrubs back and feed yourself.
Yeah, well, I seem to make it as easy as I can. But,
And you're also a special minister.
I have
In the
been
church?
Yes, at St. Peter's.
Oh,
yes, I
wonderful.
have been for years. The size has kind of dropped back a bit as far as walking up the aisle there with the with the priest as mass is about to start. But I always said to be able to get there, and might be one or two might join me. But
Yeah,
no,
so the
been
special
doing-
minister, you give people communion. Is that what you do?
Yes, well, that's exactly, and they got the wine too. So,
excellent.
so we need 8 really for that ministry. Yes.
Yes. Oh, you're amazing doing that in 92.
Yes. Oh, I think I've been well rewarded from it. I have a special seat in the church. Better near. Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
And you know a lot about the history of Oakley. You were saying that the Fitzgeralds and the Kennedys had a lot to do with the beginnings, and they were quite involved in the church.
Yes. Well, that's very true, because when they first migrated over here, they came to the Oakley, Betley area, of course, and market gardens were the main thing, particularly around that Betley area, East Betley area there. It's a sandbelt area too, so it was a wonderful soil for market
And one of your relatives initiated the starting of a church in the area. St. Peter's.
At St. Peter's.
Yeah.
The Kennedys of St. Peter's, yes.
Yeah, they wrote to the Archbishop.
So it was the grandfather, Jim Kennedy, the grandfather. He was the one that I think wrote to the Archbishop. I think it was.
Fantastic.
And for support and money for it. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And what are your other dreams for your faith, and what do you desire to do in the future?
Oh, well, there's not much more really that I want to do now than what I'm doing. I'm certainly won't be riding a motorbike the way that I used to ride it, because with my son Paul, well, he's taken up with other things now, and he goes up the rumour quite a bit because he has a home up there. Yeah, so that's fallen away, and I know I'm not riding the way that I used to at all. So,
yeah.
But no, just going, from that. I have a beautiful, beautiful life because my children are so supportive to me.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And what? And you say the rosary each day?
Well, that was a reason. With Fatima herself, the Fatima that I go to, because, they always say the rosary not before Mass, but after it too. So it's always a 12 o'clock Mass. So if you want to raise it before, you go to 11:30.
Yes, and you were talking about the Holy Spirit being very present in your life, giving you the strength.
Completely. Yeah. Well, that is the main thing that I kind of lean back on, because it's in my life now. The rosary itself, it's a bit like a bloodline. Because it was a bloodline for the Fitzgeralds. And all that generation. There were none of these Fitzgeralds alive now. There's only two. There's three of us of the Fitzgeralds.
I see.
There's still, and I have the two sister-in-laws and myself.
Wow, and some of your family have been religious too, haven't they?
Oh yeah, yes. Of the 9 children they had, Father Pat, the eldest.
Ah.
Yes, and the Sacred Heart mission, and priest, and the other two of the daughters.
Ah, right. You've also had some relationship with the Sacred Heart mission?
I most certainly did, yes, because they know me as the guy that rides a bike.
Yeah, that would suddenly attract the street people they're helping.
Yeah. I did that for several years.
Oh, wow.
And the reason that it ever happened that I got involved with the Sacred Heart mission was through our bulletin.
Oh, wow.
Because there was a coming on Christmas there, and where they, looking, well, they get a bit short of volunteers.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Yes.
It helps the poor and the homeless, the Sacred Heart mission, don't they?
Enormously. Every day of the week.
Yeah, they give meals and things like that, don't they?
Yes. So, it's something that was well worthwhile doing. So there was. I was there, went up there to Sacred Heart Mission for quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
And then I had another one I knew.
Yeah.
And that was a Fitzgerald as well, but not related to our Fitzgerald, of course, but Pat Fitzgerald.
Oh, wow.
So he was in the same golf club as I was in.
Oh, wow. And you naturally give a lot of joy and God's love. So your life is very much immersed with the Holy Spirit and Our Lady.
Oh well. See, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I at that stage I wasn't. I hadn't found Fatima.
Yes, but it's wonderful that you've been part of Fatima Centre.
Oh well,
yes,
look, that was the thing that brought the rosary alive again.
So I wish you all the best, and it's wonderful you sharing a story. And goodbye, and God bless you. You've been watching Spirit of Life. Stay tuned next week. Goodbye, and God bless you.
Bring it to birth and blow where you will. Blow, blow, blow till I be but breath of the Spirit.